There's a truth, goodness, and beauty in the outdoors that leads to this idea of creativity. And I have heard people talk about that in order to like really live this full, wholehearted being or existence, that creativity is part of it. It's the vulnerability of putting something out there that came from you that really risks that somebody may not like it, but you have to do it. There's something in you that it has to come out. So if you could maybe try to connect these dots of why does that happen for you when you're in these spaces that are bigger than who you are?
The overflow of that from me comes not just from the outdoors, but it comes from the overflow of emotion, of depth of something that's kind of churning within me. I remember coming back from my high school graduation on graduation day, and it was powerful because I had a great group of friends and we had a time of our lives in high school kind of thing, and it all was kind of ending at that moment, or at least it felt like it. And so I just sat down and just wrote. And out of that came a poem that I ended up giving to my 15 closest friends a couple weeks later, that some of them still have around. And another friend of mine passed away of a heart attack about 4 years ago. And I remember sitting down, feeling some depth there, and ended up writing a couple things that I sent to his family afterwards that just kind of overflowed from that. So, but the majority of what I have ended up writing, again, for personal kind of release ideas, has been from the outdoors. And the bulk of it came when COVID hit. And things got crazy. The world was upside down. And for me, in the work that I do in the nonprofit circles, there was also a lot of depth in the race riots and different things that we saw in those years that I've seen in previous work as well. And all of it sort of came together, and my place of solace and solitude and processing, because I'm an internal processor in a lot of ways, was the woods. So I just went to the woods, most weekends or most on a regular amount, and that's where it allowed me to have space, allowed me to have time to think at a higher level of what is, what I believe is God ordained in the moment of watching his creation, being within it, walking within it, all of that.